All right, welcome back to Golf Clash 101. So in our first lesson we learned how to use the wind ring method and how to establish what the numbers were for our club. So each club, it's going to be based off of its accuracy. In this account I'm using nothing but beginner stuff. So everything in beginner has 10 accuracy, so that means it is 2.8 per ring. So we're going to go out and let's see what we can do with our newfound knowledge. We'll play some Tour 2 with a white ball. It's bad enough we got to play with these clubs. Now we got to play with a white ball. Here we go. So we're gonna put our lesson to use out on the course, and here's what you're gonna find. You're going to find that when you run into somebody who's played the game and they're starting up a new account, you'll be able to hold your own even if this is the first time you've played. They'll have a little bit better knowledge as far as the ball guide goes and how that stuff works, but you'll be able to kind of hold your own with them. Am I out of basic balls? Now, this club's not good enough. It's not good enough. We can be, we have nothing. So here we go. Here we go. We know it's 2.8 per ring. Let me pull back a little just so I can work the wind out. So it's 1 divided by 2.8 per ring. So it's 0.35 of a ring. Now you'll notice I'm not using my grip, but I'm trying to get the wind is going in this direction, and I'm trying to get myself parallel to that spot so that I can work the wind out. Hitting it perfect. There's a really cool shot that you can do on this hole, but I don't think a basic club won't get it done, but I'll play these a little bit more as we start to get our clubs up. I'm probably gonna play like 100, maybe 200 games with nothing but basic clubs. I want to get a bunch of club cards so that I can talk about upgrading clubs. But today we're just out trying to get some chests. Alright, it's 1.8 divided by 2.8. Every club is the same here. I'm right at max. Now, I see a lot of new players, and I think they think that you can see where the ball guide is hitting the ground, and they think that that's it. The deal is that you can look at your club, and it has a ball guide feature. That's one of its stats. And it doesn't have a lot of ball guide. The better ball guide you get, the more you'll see going on out there, and a lot of people think that the ball's going to stop right where that. No, that's just because these clubs have shitty ball guide. Close. So if you have the ball guide's all about bounces. So here's bounce number 1, and here's bounce number 2. So if you have one ball guide, you're going to see bounce number 2. If you have 2 ball guide, you're going to start seeing out here. So it's like 1.6. You're going to see out to this area right here. So we got bounce number 1, bounce number 2, bounce number 3, bounce number 4. So if you've got 4.1 ball guide, you're going to see all the way out here. So you're really going to be able to see where the ball is going to travel. Whereas if you've got a club that only has 1.8, you're only going to see to here. And so you're missing this. But you've got to, when you first start playing, just anticipate like it's going to come and bounce here, and then it's going to do bounce here, and then it's going to go bounce there. But you can't see all that because its ball guide is not developed. I found a couple people yesterday never forfeit. You won't learn how to play the game if you don't take shots. And the more shots you take, even if you're in the rough, you got in trouble, you have to do the thing, take the shot. You paid for it. If you're going to lose, you're going to lose. But you'll be amazed at how many times you think you're going to lose and then they do something stupid. Don't let your opponent off the hook, okay? Just because you made a mistake. But I found yesterday a couple people thought that they were down a shot, but they were actually on the same shot as me, and they forfeited. And it's like, why would you forfeit? All you had to do is make that putt and we'd have went to a shootout. Never forfeit. Now, we used to play in tournaments, we had shootouts, and I shoot videos, and so it would slow the videos down, so I would forfeit. So I forfeited the shootouts just to speed it up for me because I'm shooting video. But when you're out there playing one-on-one, don't forfeit. Tour 2, the West Coast Tour. This is where we can finally get access. We will get access to an extra mile. And that's definitely a driver worth having in the bag. Juniper Point. Man, it's been a long time since I had to play Juniper Point like I'm going to play it right here. I would not hit it in front of those trees. I mean, if that's what you got to do, that's what you got to do. But I would try and avoid that. And why does that look like it's going to go? That's good. They might be able to get it out from there. Let's see, do we have... I don't think this club has any curl on it either. And I got no. 1.8. It's 1.8 divided by 2.8 is 0.64 of a ring. And I'm going to put that forward distance back on there to try and help me get over that rough area. And I'm going to do what I call rubbing the nubs. I'm not really putting any overpower to speak of. Not enough to make the needle go any faster, but just giving it just a little. Trying to make that. Now, it's a long shot from here, but at least I don't have to go through the trees like my opponent. I don't even know if I can make it from there, to be honest with you. I'm about the same distance as my opponent. Let's see if they can get up there. Now, if you hit it harder like this, it's going to go higher. Wow, they did make it through the trees. That's amazing that you can... Those trees used to not play like that. They came through there. Some golfer went out there at nighttime and cut a bunch of the underbrush. Cut a little, and then somebody else came in there and cut a little, and the next thing you know, there's no underbrush. Got nothing. Yeah. 1 mile an hour, 1 divided by 2.8. And what I'm doing here is I'm taking the side wind out. So there's 3.5. So that takes the side wind out. And then I'm going to put that little teeny bit of power back on there. Once again, I'm going to rub the nubs. And I hit it 7,000 rings. Great. Here's where having some clubs in your bag is much better than when you first start, because these types of shots right here, once you get even a halfway decent bag of clubs, they're pretty easy. They're no gimmies, but you got a really good shot of them going in. But when you've got lower developed stuff, man, those can be, it's going to be, this won't be an easy shot. I don't really like taking overpowered putts like my opponent did, but I would rather have their overpowered putt. Because we have no ball guide. Isn't it perfect? Ooh. Definitely don't like losing ones on something like that. There'll be some challenging holes in Tour 2 with basic clubs. I'll tell you that right now. Not all of them, but there will be some. Why didn't I rematch that person? Ah. Reflex. The thing about it when you first start is coinage. So coinage is a big deal. You got to have enough coins in order to be able to play these matches. And so you cannot afford to get into a losing streak when you first start playing, especially if you don't have any friends, if you're not friended up where you can get somebody to help get you some coins. And the more you can try not to do overpower like that, the better. Because you end up just like our opponent, where they're in the drink. They just spotted us a shot. Thank you. Now we have to capitalize on it. So we got to play smart. And I just need a little teeny bit to get over. 1.3 divided by 2.8. About a half a ring. And then we're going to put a little bit of overpower on it. We're already in some power, so I'm going to have to put a little bit of power, but I don't need to do max overpower. It's not really going to do me any good to get way far out there. I just need to get out there. If you get too far out there, you'll be behind this row of trees right here. And especially if you got lower developed stuff, it can be very difficult. So just getting up there is enough. So my opponent has given up. And at this point right here, hey man, you made a mistake, get it back out there and hit it, because there's no guarantee that I won't screw up. So continue to put pressure on me. I mean, I want to drop the hammer on them because they spotted me a shot. But look, I'm way short. I don't have any topspin. I don't have anything to get me here. I'm going up against a headwind. It's a narrow little fairway right here. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that can go wrong with this shot. 1.9 divided by 2.8. And I know you're thinking, wow, these are just small little, you don't really have to do these wind adjustments. Get in the habit of always doing wind adjustments. It's 0.7. I don't think I have any curl. I don't have any curl. Isn't it perfect? And I might go too far. And then me up in the rough right there. Close. Stick with it. The best way to play when you're playing one-on-one, there will be times when you go out there and you do exactly what I'm saying right here and you get your ass handed to you. But go out there and play fairway to green. Stay in the fairway. The best clubs in your bag hit from the fairway, especially when you got lower developed clubs. None of your clubs hit very good. They don't hit very far. It should be about a half a ring. I'm right at the max. Half a ring. Hitting it perfect. Left is short. That's the thing about having lower developed ball guide. And the whole thing is that when you first start and you've got ball guide like that, don't worry about it. Everybody started off like that. That's just how it works. The key is to stay in the fairway. I mean, our opponent here is playing rough to rough to rough to rough, and that's how this game works too. You hit into the rough, and then somebody tries the hero shot and they end up back in the rough, or back in the sand, or they're in the sand and they end up back in the sand. Fairway to green. Thank you for the coinage. Let's see if they'll play again. I like to play them again. Seemed like an easy mark. Getting a platinum chest. Tour number 2. Let's see what we can get going on here with just our basics. The deal is I got no gems in this account, and this is what it happens when you first start playing, is you can't speed up the chest unless you buy some gems. But don't buy gems, buy those ball packs. Oh, this is gonna suck. It sucks hitting off this little island. But this is where the 2.4 divided by 2.8, it's 0.85 of a ring. 0.85. There's 5, there's 7, 5. Right back to the red line. Just a titch of power. What's up, baby? Thank you. That island is domed, and so and I'll tell you, that island right there, for somebody that knows how to use the wind ring method, is going to be very helpful because it's domed like this. And if you hit right in the center where you're aiming, it's going to go right where you were going. But if you hit just a little bit off to the right or a little bit off to the left, the ball is going to go way off to the right or way off to the left. If you hit it on the front of the dome, it'll go straight down into the ground, and if you hit it on the back of the dome, it'll go straight up in the air. So we usually do not like to hit off of that dome, but in that situation right there, I got no choice. See how it took that big bounce to the left because they hit to the left? Right at max club. 3 divided by 2.8 be 1.1 rings. .1. Let's hit it perfect. Actually, if I'd hit that great to the left, it probably would have went in, but great to the right will miss. And actually, with that wind, I probably just needed to hit it perfect. The wind's so low. Fairway to green. When you first start playing, even though it's little teeny wind like that, get into the habit of spinning it around, adjusting the wind. Take the shot. Even though it's little, and even though you may get some opponents that'll laugh at you or bitch at you for taking your time, screw them. My whole goal is to kick your ass. I don't have to take shit from somebody. I'm out here to kick their ass. I'm trying to take money out of your pocket and put it into mine. So you can laugh all you want. You will win more of those matches by doing it. Birdie! See if we go to a shootout. What's funny is I don't know how many matches I've played. I haven't played that many here. 15 or so. I think I've only been to one shootout. Maybe 2. Opponent is in to hold. And I'm handicapping myself by playing with beginner stuff. Susie Q goes first. Oh, Susie Q, baby, I love you. I think there's a no move shot on this hole. And if you ever hear anybody say, hey, there's a no move shot, that's exactly what it means. You don't move it. Now, you may adjust the spin, back spin, side spin, top spin, but you don't move the ball. You don't move your rings. You will adjust for the wind, but you leave it where it was when it popped out there, and then you adjust your spin, take out your wind, and leave it right in that spot. I probably should have just went ahead and did that myself. 2, maybe 0.71 of a ring, so let's say 7.5. .75. Hitting it perfect. Rolling down to the cup. I'm not sure if I won that one or not. I don't know where my opponent was. I wasn't paying attention. I was talking. Look at that. Winner, winner, chicken dinner. Okay, you want to play again, bro? I'll take your money. I'll give you a chance to get your money back. Susie, welcome to the channel. All right. Now I'm at my red line and I got a headwind, so I'll pull back just a titch. Just a titch. 1.1 divided by 2.8. 0.4 of a ring. I know that seems really, especially for those that have played for a long time, they're probably laughing at me right now going, why are you doing that? But I will tell you, if you're new, you got to build this, you got to get muscle memory for making wind adjustments. And the whole deal is that you will get that by doing it. Even on stuff like that where it's like, I could just work that wind out. I could eyeball it. Yes, you probably could with that low of a wind on a drive shot like that. But build up that muscle memory. Get in the habit of spinning it around and making the adjustment and doing the calculation. Because what'll happen is you'll start to do it and you won't even think about it. You'll just go down there and make the move, and then somebody will, one of your opponents might be a wise ass and say something about it, emoji you, and it's like, wow, I forgot that you were even doing. That's just how you play. You're not the boss of me. Once again, 0.35 of a ring. Now I could have overpowered that to try and get down there closer to it, but the deal is I'm still going to have to take a shot from distance. So with a white ball and you're doing overpowered shots, the needle's going crazy. So let's just let's see if my opponent will overpower it, and they may overpower it and get up there. More power to them. And they might be in the sand. That's excellent for us. Now, I still have to make my shot to beat them, and they'd have to make theirs, but I got a good shot at it right here. .3 divided by 2.8. I will tell you, it's kind of nice having all of your clubs be the same. A half a ring. It was 0.46 was the movement. Hitting it perfect. In the hole! Now we put pressure on them and they ended up in the sand. When you have brand new clubs, it's hard enough to hit shots like that from the fairway, let alone having to hit shit like this from the sand. So you don't have any ball guide, the needle's going fast, they didn't adjust for the wind, they're overpowering it, and they hit it perfect. Excellent. Whew, that was close. That was close. Close. Good game. Good game. Let's see if they'll play one more time. I don't know that I have any empty slots, but I will play them. You hardly ever get people that want to replay, so usually I will respect it. Sometimes I lose out on a chest, but we really want to get the community where we replay and we don't have to go through this rigmarole of going back and picking the course and doing all the stuff. All right. the hole I epic failed on last time. And I really don't want to have to do overpower. My opponent hit underneath the tree and it seemed like it worked for him. I'm going to try it. I'm not a fan of doing shit like this, but when in Rome, one ring. Right back to the red line. One ring great to the left. I might be able to get off. I can go through this gap over here. I'm not obviously going to be able to hit it straight forward. This is one of the reasons why I do not like hitting behind trees. Like, wow, it worked for my opponent, and then look where I'm at. I should be able to hit it between these two trees through this, but I'm going to be going at the wrong angle. Which is okay. I don't think they can make it from there. Depends on their club levels and what club they're using. How does that work? See, that tree is damn near in my way. Damn near. So I'm going to have to get now. Do I try and go for that? I could. I don't think I have any curl to help me get around that tree to help me go for it, and I'm going to have to do an overpower. So I'm just going to lay it up. And any place I lay it up out here, I still got the same ass problem. So I might as well go for it. And I don't have any curl. So I'll just hit it great to the left. And got lucky. If you can't be good, be lucky. Now I told you don't be, and then I turn around and I don't follow my own advice. I did that mainly because I knew my opponent wasn't going to be able to get on in one. And while if they lay it up, they have a better shot, kind of like on the last hole, they have a better shot of getting it in than I would. Right at max club, so it's 1.2. Divided by 2.8, it's half a ring. It's 0.42, excuse me, so 0.42 of a ring. Hitting it perfect. In the hole. Now that's a very small adjustment, but if you didn't make that adjustment, you'd be half a ring off. And so little adjustments. There's advanced lessons to learn that we're not covering right now. So if people talk about secondary wind effect as you're going up, or if they're talking about adding on because of elevation or taking off because of elevation, those are advanced things. They're talking about mid club, minimum club. Those are all things that will affect your shot and put you off target. But when you first start playing, just going out there and doing what we're doing right here will increase your win percentage so that you can get better clubs. And as we get better clubs and we start to get a little bit stiffer competition, we're going to have to learn those other skills. And you can see I ran out of chest. I beat him and ran out of chest. Good luck. And I have no gems to open up chests. So the elephant in the room when we're talking about having a brand new account is right now, if I play and I win, just like I did right there, I don't win a chest. And I can't open these up because I don't have any gems up here. So how do we get gems? Well, you can go into the store and you can do the worst deal on the planet and you can just buy gems. Or you can come down here and you can buy 500 gems for $4.99. If you do that, and you're convinced that that's the way to go, I have some oceanfront property in Arizona, and I'm like really hot to sell it, and I'll give you a really good deal on it. Okay, because that is not a good deal. None of these gem packs are a good deal, okay, at all. Here's the deals. So when the ball packs come out every week there's a tournament and we have some kind of ball pack. Here we get 40, now see if the $4.99 was there. We get 10 turtle balls, which are 3 power, 5 backspin boost, 5 side spin, 4 wind resistant balls. And these balls are all for tournaments. I mean, you can play them in regular play, but it's a waste. Save your balls for tournaments. And when you first start, if you're buying packs like this, save those balls, because at some point when you start playing tournaments, now you'll have an inventory of balls that you can use to help you. But you get 10 balls and you get 500 gems and you get a Tour 3 chest. So we get a chest that will open immediately, and we get 10 balls for free, and we paid the same for the gems that we would have if we'd have bought that pack down at the bottom where you just get gems. So we always want to do that. If you're not playing tournaments, you can go in. Now, I'm not eligible to play tournaments yet because I'm not a rookie, but you can go into a tournament and pay the fee to qualify, and if you don't want to play, don't play. And the next day it'll give you a consolation gift for $1.99. You can get katanas. I think it's 25 katanas. It's quite a few katanas. 500 gems and a chest for $1.99. The best deal in the game. But if I want to keep playing, I've got 2 choices. I can play, and every time I win, I won't win a chest, which means I'm not upgrading my clubs and I gotta win. It doesn't give you really anything. Get no benefit from it. Or I can buy something I can get some gems in order to be able to start opening up these chests. I'm gonna wait until next week when I'm in rookie, and then I will do exactly what I said. I will try and qualify on one day, and then I won't qualify, so I can get that $1.99 package. The cool thing is the very next day you can try and qualify again, and not qualify, and you can still buy that $1.99 package again. So for $4 you get 1,000 gems and 40 balls. So it's a much better deal. All right, there we have it. We put our stuff to use a little bit and got out there on the course and just playing. What I'm going to do is I'm going to keep opening up chests. I want to get all my Tour 1 and all my Tour 2 clubs open, and then we'll do a class on what clubs to upgrade, because there's some of these clubs that just aren't worth upgrading. They're not worth, it's not worth having them. So I mean, you look at the dart, we get it at level 1, now we're at level 2. At level 2 I get less ball guide, a little teeny bit more accuracy, but less ball guide than the beginner pitcher. So and we don't have a lot of gems to start off with, and if we're wanting to play, we got to have gems in order to match up with somebody. So we want to conserve our stuff. Just because you can upgrade a club doesn't mean you have to. All right, thanks for watching. That was a short little class trying to put what we learned in on the last video to use out on the course, and I will catch you on the next one. If you're not subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notifications, and thanks for watching.